You know Game Pass, it's that thing where you and your friends go to a cabin in the woods for a weekend away and you find an old book and a tape recorder down in the basement, and just for a joke you end up playing the tape in the tape recorder, and it's someone reading a series of incantations which summon hordes of games which all flood into your Xbox or PC, leading to a harrowing night of bloody violence and limb loss.
Yeah.
Or you can pay Microsoft a monthly subscription. That's
for that to not happen.
Well, for that to not happen,
Bill Gates is like, this doesn't have to happen.
And then, Steve Ballmer is there.
Ballmer's there as well. Neither of them work for Microsoft anymore.
Yeah, but they're just.
But they got to get their beak wet.
It was a clause when they left the company in their sort of golden parachute.
They could do hauntings.
Neither of them are dead either. And yet, this is the setup.
Yep.
That they have going on. So that's what Game Pass is, but you might be
Allegedly.
wondering when these games all flood into your console or PC, how am I supposed to know what's going on? Or if any of them are good?
If the roaring ghost of Steve Ballmer appears in front of you.
Exactly. So luckily Luke and I are here to help you with that. So here they are, the Game Pass games of September 2023. Here they are. Starfield is the first new universe in 25 years from Bethesda Game Studios, the award-winning creators of The Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim, and Fallout 4. I'd have said Fallout 3, but it says Fallout 4 here. In this next-generation role-playing game set amongst the stars, create any character you want and explore with unparalleled freedom as you embark on an epic journey to answer humanity's greatest mystery.
Probably the biggest Xbox game of all time since Halo's. End analysis. I'm going to drink my lemonade. You got this one right.
So, I mean, what is there to say about Starfield?
I just said it.
It's a space RPG from Bethesda, the ones who made Skyrim and Fallout, but in space. It looks fantastic. You can travel all over the galaxy, shooting things in your spaceship and landing and interfering with people's lives in that very Bethesda way. I can't wait. I'm so excited about this. It's coming to Game Pass on the 6th of September.
Yes.
People can play it earlier on the 1st of September, or technically the 31st of August if you're in an earlier time zone like America.
Yeah, but that's if you pay full whack, isn't it?
You have to get the premium edition of Starfield to do that. But if you just want to get it for free on Game Pass, then the 6th of September is when it's coming out.
And they'll have given them like 6 more days to fix everyone T-posing through the floor, or whatever is bound to happen on launch because it's a Bethesda game.
But also, everyone will be ahead of you. They'll already have discovered Star Garfield, which I assume is the end point.
Sci-fi Garfield.
Yeah, like in
space.
2001, A Space Odyssey, he just floating in space.
Big baby.
Well, you found me. Now you are the Starfield.
I'm very excited about Starfield. I think there's a sort of interesting ripple of trepidation, isn't there, from folks, because it's Bethesda make games so infrequently, and most of their games are so brilliantly good that you don't mind waiting. But the last one was like Fallout 76, right?
Fallout 76, which was it was more of an MMO RPG.
Sure, but it left a little bit of a sour taste, I think, didn't it? And Fallout 4, not the best Fallout.
Yeah.
Although obviously, a good game still.
Yeah, but Fallout 3 and New Vegas are 2 of my favourite games.
Of course.
Ever, as is Skyrim.
And Skyrim, yeah.
So, they can pull it out when they need to.
Exactly, and they need to. They need to, so yeah, Starfield, deliver, please.
Very excited. Come on, Starfield. Next up on September the 5th is GREE. GREE. GRIS. GREE is a hopeful young girl lost in her own world, dealing with a painful experience in her life. Her journey through sorrow is manifested in her dress, which grants new abilities to better navigate her faded reality. So this is an older game. It's a few years old now, but it's fantastically well reviewed.
Oh, cool.
You look at its Steam page, and it's basically 60,000 people have given it 10 out of 10. So it's part of Microsoft's thing they're doing, which is just bringing incredibly well acclaimed indie games to the Game Pass platform.
Good.
Which is great. I'm discovering a bunch of stuff that I missed the first time around. We had Celeste last month, which was great. I'm planning to get into GREE as well.
Yeah, that's good.
It's a puzzle platformer. It's one of those things where your emotional state is reflected in the world, and you're sort of slowly bringing colour to a grayscale world by jumping around it and using your dress on things.
That's cool. And I'm in a place right now where sort of shorter indie experiences are appealing to me, because I've got Baldur's Gate 3s and Starfields and Tears of the Kingdoms on all sides.
Yeah, it's about 3 hours long, I think, this game. So sort of thing you can just smash out in an afternoon.
The length that a game should be.
But yeah, that's coming out on September the 5th. Check it out. Next up on September the 19th, Lies of P. You are a puppet created by Geppetto who's caught in a web of lies with unimaginable monsters and untrustworthy figures standing between you and the events that have befallen the world of Lies of P. P is for Pinocchio.
Yeah. When you said Geppetto, that's when it.
I think they're trying to downplay that this is a Pinocchio game.
Well, then they shouldn't have made the main character Pinocchio.
It doesn't say anywhere in the marketing that it's Pinocchio.
Is this because like they wanted to choose something that was
out of copyright?
Out of copyright.
Everything else had been used.
Yeah. You could make a Bloodborne Sherlock Holmes if you want, you know.
Yeah, some of the Sherlock Holmes stories still in copyright.
Oh, okay. All right.
You could make him Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah. Bulletproof. Yeah, I've played the Lies of P demo, which is a substantial chunk
Winnie the Pooh
demo. Yeah, Winnie the Pooh just went.
Lies of P. The P is for Pooh.
Why?
Winnie the Pooh battling.
Can you imagine
Soulsborne monsters?
If you're halfway through development of your Pinocchio Bloodborne, and then you realise, oh no, Winnie the Pooh is also. This could have been Winnie the Pooh Bloodborne.
I mean, DLC maybe.
Yes.
So, but no, please continue with your actual analysis of
unholy ticker of the profaned capital.
So you have actually played this.
Yeah, I have.
And you are a big Soulsborne fan. So what was your
I really enjoyed the demo. It looks a lot like Bloodborne, but plays somewhere between Bloodborne and Dark Souls. So kind of blocking is more of a thing than it might first appear. It's really beautiful. I kind of bounce off most Souls-like games because the From Software RPGs are so replayable. You sort of think, well, I could play this or I could play Bloodborne again and probably have a lot of fun. But this was one of the ones that actually, when I finished it, I was like, I do kind of want to see more. The enemy designs are really fun. The boss that I fought was hilarious and difficult and, yeah, sort of really nicely designed. So yeah, if it can keep that momentum going through the whole game, and yeah, I like that I've lived long enough to see the Bloodborne take on Pinocchio. It's good.
Is Jiminy Cricket in it?
Yes, he is, as a sort of like dead robot lantern.
Oh my god.
Of course.
Okay, well, I'll tell you who else is out of copyright. Zorro. Lies of Z.
Too obvious.
Ebenezer Scrooge.
Oh yes.
That's pretty good.
Yes.
Peter Pan.
Lies of
Peter Pan.
Lies of Peter Pan. DLC. Go to Neverland.
Yeah.
Kill Captain Hook.
And
Crystal Sage of the Wood.
Yeah. Tarzan and Frankenstein. Maybe team those two up.
These are good.
These are all good.
Why did you do Pinocchio?
Next up on September the 20th, we have Party Animals. Fight with or against your friends in Party Animals. Choose your character from a diverse cast of adorable animals as you battle it out across multiple game modes to be the last one left standing in the ultimate competitive brawler. Pour up, grab a plunger, and get ready to party like an animal.
Is this more like Gang Beasts or more like Fall Guys?
It's more like Gang Beasts because it's a fighting game, but it definitely has some Fall Guys DNA in there. There's a lot of moving around, and your characters seem kind of like top heavy. Like a weebly wobbly kind of thing. It is. I've not played it yet, but it is such Gang Beasts vibes. Only everyone in it is a adorable animal.
Okay.
You got little corgis and dogs and cats and all sorts. It looks extremely cute. It's got weapons, which I don't think they have in Gang Beasts. I mean, you can hit people with a traffic cone, sort of, if you want to spend half the game trying to figure out how to do it.
Yeah. No, that's good. I mean, we know from playing it so much that Gang Beasts is always hilarious.
Yes.
But we also know from playing it a lot that even though Gang Beasts has been a game for years and years and years, it's very hard to make it work.
Yeah.
And very hard to figure out how to control it, which initially is part of the charm. But when you've played it for long enough, you're a bit like, why is Mike climbing up the wall? Yeah. And Mike, what's the button? How are you doing? And he's like, oh, you just have to, he sort of mumbles his answer to keep it vague, to keep the secrets to himself.
And he just lives up on that wall.
So he's the only one who can climb a wall in Gang Beasts.
Maybe this one has real controls.
Yeah. I like somewhere between Gang Beasts and Smash Brothers is the perfect accessible co-op couch nonsense.
Well, also the good thing about this is obviously it is a multiplayer game. I don't know if you'd want to play this on your own, but the fact that it's on Game Pass means that if you have friends who have Game Pass, everyone can just download it and get in a game. So we're definitely going to be streaming this when it comes out. So keep an eye on the channel. We'll have a big animal fight.
And you'll see a big animal fight, and then we'll play party animals.
Yeah, exactly. Coming September the 23rd, Payday 3. Step out of retirement back into the life of crime in the shoes of the Payday gang, the envy of their peers and the nightmare of law enforcement wherever they go. Several years after the crew's reign of terror over Washington, D.C. has ended, they assemble once again to deal with the threat that roused them out of early retirement. It's been a decade since Payday 2.
Yeah, I didn't play Payday 2.
Well, our producer James is our biggest Payday fan.
James, are you excited for Payday 3?
Yeah, I am. Payday 2 was amazing.
There you go. So this is set in New York. The last one was set in Washington, D.C. Doesn't seem like a big change to the formula. Rather an attempt to make it, I think, more realistic is what they're going for.
Okay.
They're using Unreal Engine 4 now, which is good. More kind of environmental destruction and stuff like that.
That's good.
It's said that they've got better AI for the enemies. I've been talking to James about that and he's not convinced. But I guess we'll see in the full game. There's a couple of new heist phases as well. Like if a guard becomes suspicious, they enter something called search mode now, where they start moving faster and they're looking for the source of disturbances and stuff. And there's also a negotiation stage. If things sort of kick off, you can take hostages and you can bargain with hostages to buy more time before the SWAT team arrives and things like that.
I've always thought of Payday as one of those like nerd games masquerading as a cool game. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, lock and load, let's do some crime,
Yeah,
do
I'm
some heist.
chains, I'm nails.
Yeah, you know, like Grand Theft Auto or Saints Row.
I'm John Wick.
But then you play it and it's
an incredibly involved strategy.
It's like a dense RPG and there's like a load of spreadsheets happening beneath the surface. And
yeah.
But that's, that's fun.
Also, Ice-T has designed a heist.
What's up, Gamescom? It's Ice-T. I've hooked up with my favorite game in the world, Payday, and I have my own special heist mission in Payday 3. And I know a lot about heists in real life, all right?
Oh.
A Heist-T.
Heist-T.
He says he said at Gamescom that he has a lot of experience with heists, which I don't know if that's...
I mean,
he should be admitting.
Not enough experience to know that you shouldn't admit to having heist experience.
Or maybe the statute of limitations has expired. He did a heist in the 70s.
Yeah.
He's like, guess what?
Yeah, and I did a heist.
I did a heist, and then he puts on some 70s gold chains that he stole.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got a heist coming out, so if you want to play Ice-T's heist, maybe check out Payday 3, coming to Game Pass on September the 23rd. Finally, we have Cocoon coming to Game Pass on September the 29th. Cocoon is a unique take on the puzzle adventure genre, where each world exists within an orb that you can carry on your back. Wrap your head around the core mechanic of leaping between worlds and combine, manipulate and rearrange them to solve intricate puzzles. So this looks really interesting. It's by the lead gameplay designer of Limbo and Inside.
Say no more. Say no more.
Either of those games, but also
I played them both. They're great.
It's got this mechanic where the game worlds are contained within these orbs.
Okay.
And you can move into different gameplay worlds. So like one will be sort of lush and green, another will be a sort of deserty thing, but you can bring the world orbs inside the other orbs to try to like influence the environment within each other. It sounds hard to...
Yeah. I feel like I'm trying to back out of the elevator if Andy's elevator pitching me this.
Well,
I'm like up against the emergency stop button like,
Yep. Oh, the elevator stopped. Lots more time for me to tell you about
the orbs
the gameplay.
go to different worlds, you say.
It's the sort of thing that's hard to explain, but you're going to sort of get instantly once you play it, I think. And,
I mean,
what Game Pass,
what pedigree.
Exactly.
Inside and Limbo, some of the finest indie games.
Great pedigree, and really unusual game mechanic, and the fact that it's on Game Pass, means the barrier for entry is very low.
Yep.
So download it, check it out. If it clicks, then great. If it doesn't, try it again. It's by the Limbo and Inside people.
Yeah, Is it possible you played it wrong?
Is it possible? It's possible you just don't get it.
Yeah.
Maybe, little slow.
Maybe read a book and then come back to it.
And then come back to it. Yeah.
Do the reading.
That's all I'm saying. No, this looks great. I'm very excited for this. Really good month for Game Pass.
Yeah.
I think we got We've got all these games. What are you most excited for?
I mean, probably Starfield, but it sounds so obvious and basic. So I'll say Lies of Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lies of Tarzan.
Yeah, Lies of Tarzan. Yeah.
Which is good because it frees up Starfield for me to say Starfield. So Starfield. Very excited for that. All right, so that's what's coming out on Game Pass in September 2023. Thank you for watching. Do like this video and subscribe, and maybe check out our Patreon at patreon.com/OXClub if you enjoy the videos we make and want to help us make more of them. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time.